Wagga's Night of Nights coming up on Saturday night. Looking forward to the Wagga Cup. They've also got the Derby as well, a nice 2-year-old race. We're going to catch up with Graeme White, who's the boss at the Wagga Club. Thanks for your time on Trots TV, Graeme.
No problem at all, Greg.
You must be looking forward to a Saturday night, your feature night of the year.
Yeah, certainly are, Greg. It's probably about the third year now we've had this meeting in March, and it slots in well between the two feature meetings for the Albury Cup last Saturday and also the big one at Young the following Saturday. So you've got 3 district cups in as many weeks, and look, it just falls perfectly, that nice autumn weather, and really looking forward to it. 8 good races, and as you mentioned, the Wagga Cup's the feature, the Wagga Derby's a good field. Unfortunately, there, an early scratching is Sporty Spook, who would have started a fairly short price favourite after running third in the New South Wales Derby. Then, of course, we've got the another feature race, the Wagga Oaks, and a new race we're trying to promote leading in the Bathurst is a $8,000 2-year-old race, and that's attracted a field of 9, many of which will go on towards Bathurst. Several first starters there, so it'll close the program at about 10:20, Greg.
Racing in the region at the moment is very good, and look, you must be congratulated with what you guys were able to do for the World Driving Championship going back only a week and a half ago to get 7 heats and to get all of the horses there, all of the drivers, they each got their chance to score points. The club must be proud of what they were able to do on that occasion.
Yeah, it was great, Greg, to have the 7 heats. We originally were down for 4, but through other circumstances we ended up running 7 heats, and certainly kept the international drivers busy, but I think a lot of them were fairly used to that sort of thing. It was very hectic, but certainly Dexter Dunn, he stole the show that night. I think he came from second last to be in front, and that's where he stayed. So they really loved their time here. Of course, Chris Alford has family ties here through Europe. He started in Rod Woodhouse, so it was familiar territory for him, but a lot of the other drivers have never been to a country venue before, and I think it was a terrific concept to, 1, not only have it in Australia, 2, have it in New South Wales, but 3, to take it to regional centres. And look, our crowd here on that night was certainly a great sight, and talking to a lot of people that didn't go to the harness racing many times, even if they didn't attend, they knew about it, they heard about it, and they had something to follow going through the series. So that was certainly a great venture for our club, and I'm sure all the other clubs felt the same way that hosted it.
Graeme, it was something that I don't think in all my time working in the media in harness racing, where there's been the young kids and the crowds there. Okay, on an Inter-Dominion Day, you're always going to get a big crowd. Miracle Mile Day, you're always going to get a big crowd. But at these meetings at Newcastle and at Wagga and at Bathurst, where there were crowds who wanted to speak to these guys, get autographs, have photos taken. I've never seen that before. I think what the clubs did and the way it was all handled was really good.
Yeah, no, I've got to agree with you there, Greg. We had a few ideas because we've got a very big mini trotting contingent down here. A lot of the kids are based around Junee, Wagga, Leeton. There's about 40-odd members, and we really made them a part of the night because they're the future of our sport. So they loved it, you know, and the drivers, a few of them commented to me how great the kids were. They were chaperoning them around, introducing them to the different trainers, getting them drinks, getting them food, showing them, even telling them the form, some of them. So it was quite good, and we had a car parade, and the kids were out in the cars with these international drivers, and many of them, you know, the kids, they're their idols, and then we took them on a school visit as well, and one of the schools has got a fairly big mini trotting contingent, and even kids that weren't involved in the mini trots got a chance to see these guys and have a talk to them, and one of the drivers, Pierre Vacruz, you might have heard, he even took a couple of French classes just walking past and heard the kids doing French, so he did some of the French classes. So look, it was a great concept, and I'm sure they all enjoyed their time.
Before we talk a little bit about what's happening down there at Wagga in terms of long-range stuff, this Saturday night you've got some off-track entertainment, and this is quite important because this will be a good attraction and get some more people through the gate. You've been able to snare an Australian Idol runner-up.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. It was mainly through Brian Ingram from Young. He knows Luke Dickens quite well, and he comes from Young as well. Luke, I didn't know, was actually born in Wagga, and I knew he moved to Young at a young age, but he's a young shearer, and he loves performing in country venues, and look, he's going to be a big draw card. So just following on from Shannon Knoll, and also when we had Adam Brandt here as well, we thought it was worthwhile doing something again because the public was really drawn to that. And we've got to remember that nowadays, you know, it's not just about the racing. You've got to put on an event. It's got to be entertainment. You've got to provide entertainment for the children, the adults, the sponsors, and all that sort of thing. So Luke will perform for about a 40-minute set following the Wagga Cup in between the Wagga Derby. So he'll be on for about 40 minutes, and then he'll perform throughout the night as well at a later stage. But it's important to put these events on because, as I said, it's not all about the racing. The participants and the diehards will always be here, but you've got to offer something else.
And of course, there's still plenty going on down there at Wagga because talk of a new track at some stage in the near future.
Yeah, we can't wait, Greg. We just want that final announcement, and we're expecting that sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We've been hearing that for a while now, but talking to the officials, they said it's fairly imminent, and it's got obviously just going through processes with Wagga City Council. Apparently, it's been approved as far as going further forward with Wagga City Council. Now we're just waiting for the final seal of approval. So, look, having a look at Bathurst, it's a terrific concept. The Wagga track to the Riverina will be something very similar, and we can't wait for that announcement and also work to start probably sometime in the next few months.
Well, Graeme, thank you very much for your time today on Trots TV. We wish the club all the best of luck with their big meeting on Saturday night. And, of course, you mentioned Albury, and we go to Wagga, and then we'll head off to Young the following week. It's a really good group of carnivals.
It is, Greg, and that meeting at Young next week, it'll just be a bumper meeting, with the prize money. The Cup's worth a lot of money, and there are other feature races also carry a lot of prize money. So the horses that are racing at this time of the year, they certainly can get their connections plenty of money. With that international meeting last week, they were penalty-free races. The Baggy Green, one of those, and then she went in and won the Albury Cup, and she's got a good chance of winning the Wagga Cup as well. And then she'll go on to the Young Cup, which I believe might be her last start before retirement, as she did in Pole. So certainly some big meetings, and ours on Saturday night will be no exception, and followed by the Young one a week later.
Good on you, mate. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Greg.